Hey, Mike. So we are now live on the Supernatural Occurrence Studies podcast YouTube. Um, we are here in Newton County, Indiana, just north of Morocco, Indiana. And the site you see right in front of you right now is not unlike the site that some notorious mobsters might have seen at this very site in June of 2000 or 1986. June 14th of 1986, somewhere between June 14th and June 16th of 1986. Anthony and Michael Spilotro, notorious Chicago gangsters. Anthony is who Joe Pesci's character was based on in the movie Casino. And so we are in the Willow Reserve in Morocco, Indiana right now, or I guess this is Enos. We're right. This is, I believe, north. It's right by the Kankakee Sand Bison Herd, just off of Route 41, between 41 and the Illinois-Indiana border. We're about 2 miles west, or 2 miles east of the Indiana-Illinois border right now. And the live stream is not working here very well, so I'm going to try and, I think we should move it out. To do this by headlamp. It's not as cold as it was a little bit ago. Hopefully the signal holds up. The moon is very full tonight. I believe this is the brightest moon of the year that we're experiencing right now. To reiterate, this is the site of the Spilotro brothers' murder site, where their bodies were dumped somewhere between June 14th and June 16th of 1986. We're not even like next to the site yet, and I'm already getting vibes. Mike is with me. This is my friend Mike. Since 1988, 1989. So right now we're walking along this, I guess it's an ATV path, a four-wheel path. This is hunting season out here, and we are in a wildlife preserve that is known for hunting. So hopefully we won't get shot, which would be nice. But so when I first discovered this spot was here, my property is a couple miles away from here. And when I first discovered this spot was here, I decided to go look for it, and I only had a general idea of where it was. By the way, this is Dave Black speaking to you about supernatural current studies. I have been absent from the podcast for well over a year and change now. But so Joe Erie. The sky is crazy tonight because of this crazy moon that we have. But so the first time I came to this place, I didn't know exactly where the bodies were buried or had been buried, and just kind of wandered off into this field until I felt it. And oh boy, did I feel it. And I can already feel it now. Now, these are dead sunflowers here, which are fairly eerie. It's weird, every year they plant those sunflowers, but they never actually I didn't know exactly where the bodies had been buried. I just knew from a local that it was somewhere around here in this general vicinity, and that they were buried along the tree line. So I walked back here on my own and felt it and picked out the exact spot where it happened, or where the bodies were found. And sure enough, years later I watched a documentary on YouTube about it. And when they did an aerial shot of the gravesite, it was exactly where I picked. So we are now heading into the defunct cornfield. I don't know. So apparently the Spilotro brothers' bodies were the 7th and 8th bodies found in this area since 1980. Word has it that one of the mob bosses had a like a hunting lodge out here, and he was familiar with the area, and hence the reason why a lot of the bodies wound up out here. So you're right there. Mike is being silly. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the burial spot was right around here, right around this tree. So a farmer found tilled up field, because this was in June when the bodies were found, and he found freshly turned earth in the cornfield.
Right here?
Right around here, yeah.
This is weird. Let's go back.
And they knew that there was something up. They first thought it was maybe a poached deer remains that somebody had buried. So they called out the DNR, and that's when 5 feet down they found the Spilotro brothers' bodies piled on top of each other, beat to death. Now in the movie Casino, they depict them getting beat to death at the site of the burial with baseball bats, but that is not how it happened. It was actually with hands, basically determined that they were literally punched and kicked to death by 10 or more men. And 3 of the murderers up to the week. Oh, I'm hearing things in the woods. there are sounds in the woods happening. Okay, now I'm feeling them with us. Do you feel that, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird. I want to go.
Hello, Spilotros! How are you? I feel them with me. They're making my head all tingly. I'm going to see if I can talk to them now. I've actually been able to talk to them before. Now, the original story of the future is going to be like after all this, because it keeps unconnecting me. This is where I determined the bodies had been buried, like right around here. And then later on, when I saw a documentary, I saw this is exactly where the bodies were buried. You can see that's the road over there. So they weren't too far off the road. Now, granted, this was in 1986, and there were a lot less houses and stuff over here back then. And even now, there's not very many houses. So they disappeared on June 14th. That's when they went to go to their meeting that they were supposed to be going to, and they told their family members, you know, if they weren't back by 9 o'clock, it wasn't good. They knew they were going to die, basically. And sure enough, they were killed. And then on June 16th, about a mile in that direction, they found a burning car, stolen car, that was probably what transported them here. The mob was fond of using stolen cars to transport bodies and then burning the cars afterwards to destroy any evidence. Mike, your light is on in your pocket. So I'm going to see if I can maybe talk to them. Now, I can't really communicate in a traditional sense with spirits or ghosts or energies or whatever you want to call them. But I can kind of beckon them to me. I can get them to come at me. And then I can actually have them basically answer yes or no questions. So you guys with me? I can feel you. All right, so come over here if you want to talk. You want to talk? Michael, Anthony, you here? Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? Okay, I feel you. I feel you. All right, so I'm gonna ask you questions, and then just come to me when I get to the right answer. Okay? So, are you Michael or are you Anthony? That's the question I'm gonna ask you. Come to me when I say your name. Michael. Anthony. Oh, hey, buddy. Okay, so it's definitely Anthony that's here. Can you feel this at all, Mike?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really think. Come on, dude, this isn't right. I don't think these people want to play around.
Well, Anthony was like a hothead. He was linked to at least 7 murders, possibly responsible for up to 25. Hey, Anthony, you fuck, you here? Anthony, you with me, buddy? How many people did you kill? Like personally, how many people did you kill? You with me? I think he went away. He was mad at me. He's mad at me for fucking with him. He was not a good guy. I've done some videos on TikTok and stuff of this site and of their grave sites in Mount Carmel Cemetery. And I've actually had family members of theirs comment on those videos, like, why am I seeing a video of my uncle right now? They had a big family here in Chicago. You guys here? It's pretty windy tonight. And the moon is out. Alright, we're going to walk back up towards, see if anything happens as we do. Alright, I'm getting strong vibes here. Like, it's definitely around. Okay, here we go. Is that you, Anthony? Are you Anthony or are you Michael? Anthony? Yes, it is Anthony. It's definitely Anthony. Okay, I'm going to shut off my light for a second. I have in my pocket somewhere, I have a laser pointer. I'm going to shine that around and see if that does anything. Who knows? I've never tried this before. But we're going to go dark for a moment. You're now dark, and you can see my laser pointer there. I'm going to see if I can shine it through anything. Anthony, you here? I feel you. There's Mike. Some grass and stuff over here. That looks kind of cool. We got Mike. Anthony! Spilotro, where are you at, buddy? Now, when I first found out about this spot, I read an old article, and they actually had the name of the farmer that found the burial site in the article, and I found him. I looked him up, and he was not happy to hear from me. I was trying to find out where the location of the body was, and he was like, how did you get my number? How did you know who I am? People have been calling me all these years, and I don't really want to talk about this, so he was not happy to hear from me. But anyway, this is the site on the north side of Willow Slough.
It's like real, just a real airy, creepy feeling.
Well, bodies were buried here.
Not a Joe airy. Real airy.
It's definitely following us now. I can feel it. I tried to do some communication with it, but it doesn't really seem to want to talk tonight. It doesn't seem very communicative. The last time I was here, it was telling me it was Michael Spilotro, not Anthony Spilotro. Now it's telling me it's Anthony Spilotro, not Michael Spilotro. And it's hard to believe them. You never really know what you're dealing with. Let's walk back on the road. Easier. Oh, I sold something on eBay. We'll walk back to the road and walk along the road back to the car, because that's going to be easier than walking through this freshly tilled up sand. But this freshly tilled up sand is probably not unlike what the farmer discovered in the field that clued him on into there being a body buried there. Now, I don't know why they did such a sloppy job in 1986, and the corn had already been planted and was only about 4 inches high. So when they buried them in a cornfield, it was very obvious to the farmer. And back over on the Indiana side, definitely there. And their bodies were definitely fresh when they were buried.
Just the imagery.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not much different than when the night they buried them. I mean, obviously it's a different time of year. It would have been a lot greener. But it seems like they kind of wanted their bodies to be found as a message to others. Apparently, so Anthony Spilotro was the Chicago outfit's main guy in Las Vegas, and after his disappearance, he had 4 different trials going for racketeering and a bunch of other stuff, and he got off one trial in early June, I think June 6th of 1986, and then had another court date, smug and smiling because his racketeering case on the 6th was dropped. But he had 3 other cases pending, and the Chicago outfit decided, no, we've had enough problems with this guy, and he's gonna rat people out to make a deal and stuff. So we gotta get rid of him, and so they did. And now Casino was, very dramatized, and there was some similarities, but not all of them. But one of the similarities that was there was he was screwing the guy's wife. That was his buddy. That was Rosenthal, and that was a guy that was kind of instrumental in getting him the Vegas gig. So there's a lot of interesting history to it. If you want to read up on it, just Google Anthony and Michael Spilotro murders or bodies found or whatnot, and there's a bunch of stuff about it. But yeah, that is the site, and heading back to the car now.
Yeah, definitely interesting parts of Chicago history that that we don't really know about.
Yeah, all this stuff comes to light years after it happens, pretty much. Alright, back in the safety of the car. Alright, guys, well, sorry not much happened, but it's windy and cold out there, and only so much we can do.
No, I think it was cool.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely a good feeling, like,
But yeah, I'm
with
guessing
the whole situation.
this is the site that those guys saw that night when they were burying the bodies. So probably the headlights of the car, just like this. Alrighty, y'all. We're signing off. Dave Black and Mike. What did we decide your name was? Was it Mike Gray? Something like that?
Yeah, whatever, that's fine.
Okay. See y'all later.